wow. Look what's arrived in the mail all the way from Japan. Wow, my friends. I am excited for that. Come from Japan. There are AliExpress versions around, but I think the Japanese one is still cheaper. This is the legit model, mate. Oh, mate. We're gonna weigh it. 83.5 grams. That's in its most compact form. This is the exciting thing about this. Let's see if I can do it without. Okay, 140.7. Now I'm a bit disappointed. The description didn't say that it came with a case. I'm gonna have to look for a case online. That's Teleshorty SE 5'5", lightweight, and it's 17 centimeters. Oh, it's so beautiful. Right, the butt is pretty much as big as everything else. Okay, we've got a fixed guide there. Is that fixed? Oh, no. Yeah, it is fixed. The only difference is we've got one sliding guide on the tip section. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so we're going to put some markings on the rod too. Let's compare it to the Daiwa Blazon. This one has got about 2 inches missing off the top tip. I like to use this as a benchmark because it's such a beautiful rod. All right, first impressions. The butt section down the bottom is a lot heftier. That's okay. You don't really carry that. I believe they've done really good weighting down the back here, because I don't feel at all that this is tip heavy. Right? I don't. 10 sections, 7 guides, including the tip. 10 sections. 10 sections plus the base. First impression, I really like the placement of the guides. They've done a really good job with that. All right, that's just, I'll tell you what, this guy will handle it. We got a little bit of flex here in the back. All right, so I know people in the shops just go in and they shake them around. The shaking doesn't do anything. For me, it's the action of the response. When you a light flick, either up or back, right, is you're kind of gauging the, I don't know, how quick the rod reacts and settles back down. That's got a little bit, not quite the same amount as what the Shimano's are a little bit sloppier. And I don't mean to use that word in a derogatory term. They just bounce for a little bit longer, right? The Daiwas for me, which I have, it feels stiffer, it's crisper in the response. It's just got that snap, right? Having said that, this feels like a much heavier outfit than this guy. I think that this is going to be absolutely perfect for hiding in my bag. And I say hiding only because, you know, where my office is at work, leaving at lunchtime. I don't want to make it obvious that I'm going fishing, but I will be going fishing to test this guy for you guys. All right, let's put a reel on it. This is probably about the size that I would be pairing it with. This is an old reel. This is a 1500 Caldea. The reel that I use mostly at the moment is a 2000 sized kicks, Daiwa kicks. And it's pretty much almost the same footprint as the Caldea at that size. All right, there's my balance point. It's perfect. Jesus. Now, something to note as well on this, if you're comparing this to, let's say, the Blazon in the Daiwa, the Blazon doesn't respond as well to a 1500 or 2000 size reel. It needs the slight heft of a 2500. So a 2500 reel, I tend to use this on, I've got an Exceller, which is exactly like the 2500, but it's just got a deeper spool, so it can carry more line. That color combination kind of works well too. Look, I'm excited to test this out. Some of these rods are not easy to find because of the whole restrictions in distribution, in terms of, if you just do a normal search, a lot of the times you won't find it. I've had my eyes on this for a couple of years already. All right, it's been a couple of years since this first came on my radar. Next step, we are going to use white paint, for painting miniature models. The other thing that we're going to need here is we're going to need some UV resin. This is UV Cure Solaris Dry. I think it's called Dry as a Bone or something like that. Don't do this outside. You need to be indoors with this. You're also going to need a UV light, right? So one of the blue lights, the black light, that's going to be used to cure the resin on here as if it were varnish, right? So they're the three things that you're going to need for this next step. All right. I said three things. Technically, there's a fourth. You're going to need some form of piece of wire, a toothpick, something. You're going to use this to dab into the paint and to put it onto the rod. All right. So you're just going to extend the rod. Take your time this time around. There's no rush. Don't pull everything too tight. Find yourself something to rest the rod on, where you can put the guides in place. I'm just going to do that. You only need the tiniest little bit. Okay. 1, 2. You buy this from fly tying stores. And all you're doing is you're putting on a bit of resin to protect. Right, you're going to get your... Don't look at this stuff directly. You will damage your eyesight big time. We've got our markings all the way along. I've got to show you the action, and we're going to take this out on the water and give it a test run among some small bream. Ta-da! Ta-da! We're comparing this guy, which packs down even smaller, to the Blazon. The Blazon is my benchmark. To the side here, we'll start off with this guy. Just get a feel for casting. How's that for a test? Alright, I'm not going to pull him up with the rod. Back in very quickly. Was not expecting that. In terms of the feel of the rod, it's not as crisp as what I'm used to. It's not. But I could feel it. It's just very soft. It's clearly still got the action, but I'm obviously used to a bit more responsiveness, a bit more feel. The only way that I can even explain this is imagine driving with a car with very stiff suspension. What I would term as stiff, or stiff in the suspension sense, is the equivalent of the crispness. So you feel every bump when you're in a car with very stiff suspension versus a car with very soft suspension. The rod is a little softer than what I tend to fish with, which means that I don't have the exact same responsiveness all the way through. All right, so yeah, that was first cast. Well, you saw it, all right? Tiny rod, tiny, all right? I'll pack it up, I'll pack it down now and I'll show you again. What's the verdict? Mate, this guy pulled out all the punches. There's a comparison between the Daiwa and that guy. It's absolutely tiny. I did the review with the rod on the 2500 Caldia, and I now have a much better solution, which is much lighter, and this does not require the butt section. The butt section actually throws this off, and this is a relatively cheap reel that I found on AliExpress. Keep an eye out for the review of this reel. Typical telescopic rods don't have enough guides, which means that the gaps in between guides is huge. You get friction in spots that you shouldn't end up having, which is why I think there are so far and few really good telescopic rods out there. This is one of the good ones. I have added affiliate links to the description, but while I was looking for affiliate links, I can only find the rod available, like through Amazon, for example, because I bought this through Amazon. These links are only going to apply to Amazon Australia and Amazon Japan. If you, from America, if you can log in to Amazon Japan and click on one of the links that I've put in there, you might be able to have it sent to you if they deliver to the US. But just looking at it through the US Amazon site, no go. So what I have done is I've looked for an alternative of this rod in AliExpress. Amazon Japan, AliExpress. I'll provide the links there for you. These have been purchased with my own money, so there's no secret handshakes taken place. If you do use those affiliate links, I will get a small commission. So, help the channel. These things take a long time to film and test, so I'd appreciate it greatly if you do use those links. See you on the next one, my friends. Ciao.